Gotta go to the players of the week. Both of them had outstanding weeks, and they're the next two opponents of the week. Caitlin Clark will be here on Sunday for the week, average 25, and Afisa Collier.
Welcome to Prime Field, your source for the latest news and analysis from the world of women's basketball. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a brewing controversy surrounding WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes. Three-time WNBA MVP and Hall of Famer Sheryl Swoopes is under fire once again. This time for what some are perceiving as a deliberate slight against rising star Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever. The situation unfolded during a recent WNBA broadcast, where Swoopes remained curiously silent when Clark's impressive performance was highlighted and celebrated by the announcers.
Gotta go to the players of the week. Both of them had outstanding weeks, and they're the next two opponents of the week. Caitlin Clark will be here on Sunday for the week, average 25, and Afisa Collier.
This perceived snub has reignited discussions around Swoopes' reputation and her relationships with younger players in the league. As we'll explore in this episode, Swoopes' reaction, or lack thereof, has sparked a debate about sportsmanship, mentorship, and the evolving dynamics within the WNBA. We'll examine the details of the incident, get insights from players and analysts, and try to understand what this situation says about the state of the league and its legendary figures. Stay tuned as we unpack this developing story on Prime Field. The incident in question occurred during a game between the Dallas Wings and the Las Vegas Aces, which was aired on NBA TV. As play-by-play commentator Ron Thulin announced the WNBA's Players of the Week, including Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever, Swoopes, who was serving as the game analyst, remained notably silent. Clark, a rising star in the league, had averaged an impressive 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds that week, a performance worthy of the Player of the Week recognition. However, Swoopes did not offer any additional commentary or analysis about Clark's accomplishments, despite the analyst role typically involving providing insight and commentary during such segments. Swoopes' silence was particularly noticeable, as one would expect an experienced and respected voice like hers to weigh in on the achievements of a young phenom like Caitlin Clark. The lack of any commentary from Swoopes stood in stark contrast to the celebratory tone of the broadcast, leaving many viewers to wonder about the reasons behind her reticence. This incident has reignited discussions around Swoopes' relationships with younger players in the league and her reputation within the WNBA community. As we delve deeper into this story, we'll explore the potential factors at play and hear from various perspectives to better understand the dynamics at the heart of this brewing controversy. This incident, however, is not the first time Sheryl Swoopes has been linked to criticism of Caitlin Clark. Over recent months, Swoopes has made headlines for her comments about the former Iowa star, which have sparked fierce debates and even confrontations with other media figures. One notable clash occurred with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith, who went so far as to label Swoopes insane for what he perceived as her refusal to acknowledge Clark's contributions to the Indiana Fever's recent successes. Swoopes, in turn, responded forcefully, calling Smith a coward and defending her right to speak her mind on her own podcast. These ongoing tensions between Swoopes and the rising generation of WNBA players, exemplified by the Caitlin Clark situation, have only added to the perception that the Hall of Famer has been unwilling to embrace and celebrate the new wave of talent in the league. As we delve deeper into this complex storyline, we'll explore the potential underlying factors that may be driving Swoopes' apparent reticence and examine whether this is part of a broader pattern of behavior that has alienated her from some of her WNBA peers and the wider basketball community. The dynamics at play here offer a fascinating glimpse into the evolving landscape of the WNBA, where the passing of the torch from one generation to the next is not always a smooth or drama-free process. The silent treatment during the recent WNBA broadcast has only further fueled speculation that Sheryl Swoopes may have an underlying issue with Caitlin Clark, while some have argued that Swoopes' silence could have been due to other reasons, such as taking a moment for a break or simply not being fully prepared for that particular segment. The timing and context of the incident have led to intense public scrutiny. The perception that Swoopes intentionally avoided discussing or commenting on Clark's impressive performance has led to wider discussions about whether there is genuine tension between the WNBA legend and the league's young rising star. This incident has reignited long-simmering questions about Swoopes' relationships with the next generation of players, and whether her reputation for being unwilling to embrace and celebrate new talent extends beyond the Caitlin Clark situation. As we wrap up this episode of Prime Field, it's clear that the dynamics at play here offer a fascinating glimpse into the evolving landscape of the WNBA. The passing of the torch from one generation to the next is rarely a smooth or drama-free process, and this unfolding controversy surrounding Sheryl Swoopes and Caitlin Clark is a prime example of the complex interpersonal challenges that can arise. We'll continue to monitor this story and provide updates as more information comes to light. Stay tuned for more insights and analysis from the world of women's basketball right here on Prime Field.